It's the Lonely Island and Seth Meyers podcast.
I started recording, by the way, guys, just in case, because I'm coming in hot. Because I'm coming in hot. I'm trying to think of a good anecdote. Oh, Motherlover was a great short, and I'm panicking. I'm coming in hot.
Andy, you filled me in on a detail about your day that maybe the other gentleman would like to know.
I think they could probably guess.
Oh, you beat? You beat on the birth of our nation?
I got a 4th of July B, and it was no slouch either, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it was a long
What
list.
does that mean?
There's a lot of words.
Oh, okay.
61 words, over 400 points, Yorm. 4 pangrams. It was an insane clean B that I got today. It felt great. I also got letterboxed in too. So I'm feeling, honestly, like I'm walking on fucking air.
Feeling really good.
That's the first time that I've heard that word said out loud. Did you say pangrams? Panagram?
Yeah, pangram. It's when you use all the letters.
No, I've played the game, Seth. I have played the game.
How did you think you would say it?
I never said it out loud, so in my mind it was panagram or like.
So you were just adding a word. You were adding a letter that wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Because I would say pangram is a definition of pronounced like it's spelled.
No, yeah, I just never looked at the word really. But this is
Yorm's just so like entrenched in the bananagram culture.
Right.
That's true. I'm more of a bananagram guy.
I think that somewhere was creeping into his subconscious.
Hey, somebody wrote in, Andy, that would a good slang for if you queen bead, because, you know, you often obviously have to say, I queen bead.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for saying
Would a slang be I quibbied?
At least something could come out of
Oh,
Quibi.
hell yeah. I almost feel like it's blasphemous not to from this point forward.
At least something eternal could come out of Quibi.
You know, it'd be nice if something good came out of Quibi.
Another word that we say.
Well, guess what, guys? I quibbied today.
You quibbied today on their nation's founding.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I want to try something real quick. All right, so I'm going to say, hi, I'm Seth. And then I want Andy, I want you to say, hi, I'm Andy.
Okay.
Then we'll go Yorm, hi, I'm Yorm. And then Akiva, hi, I'm Akiva. So we got it real quick. It'll go Andy,
Do we
Yorm,
have to say it really fast? Because
All
I'm
right.
coming in hot today.
No, just say it slow.
Okay.
Just say it normal. Ready? And we'll see if this works.
Fine.
Hi, I'm Seth.
I'm Andy.
Hi, I'm Yorma.
Hi, I'm Akiva.
And hi.
That did not work. Whatever you did not work at all.
We didn't hear it, Sam. How do we do it where we hear it?
I heard the echo of like a weird, I was like, wow, is there like a weird echo in the very deep background?
I like how much that sucked, though.
By the way, the amount of work I put into this was one email dashed off 12 minutes ago. So,
Yeah, but there was supposed to be something at the end and Zoom had filtered it out.
yeah.
Total bust.
Should we do it again, Seth?
Let's see if it works. Now it has to be 3 times as good as I know it is.
Definitely do it again.
Well, the best part about anything going subpar today is that, especially you East Coasters, are actively ignoring your family during the 4th.
Yeah, it's 4th of July. Again, 11 a.m. not ideal to leave your family on 4th of July, but Yorm and I are just 2 p.m. absolute disaster.
Yeah.
Like,
time.
people are showing up at the queue.
People are starting to, yeah. And here's the thing. My dad said that no one could start barbecuing until 4. He made it a rule. So I'm actually okay. I can go till...
But bare minimum,
Yeah.
Yorm, you got people showing up being like, where should I put these buns? And your guys' wives are like, Seth and Yorm usually answer that.
That did already happen. I will say that had to happen twice now.
I left a beach. And had to tell multiple people I was going to do a podcast.
You could have lied.
It sounds like a lie. It sounds like there's no way you're doing that on the 4th.
What a bad lie, though. I mean, if you were having like an affair and that was the best you'd come up with. Sorry, podcast beckons.
It's actually pretty good because no one will ask a follow-up question.
Right, nobody wants to hear about your fucking podcast.
No, they're not like, oh, which one? What's what? Oh, who's the guest? So it's actually very clean.
How was the banter?
And your co-hosts, were they overjoved, underjoved?
Who came in hot?
And did they quibby?
Did they quibby?
We skipped a week, so now
yeah.
this is a distant memory, but I remember feeling some vindication of people saying Lincoln Square
Yeah,
when I
you
saw
did.
the comments.
Yeah, I wanted to own up to that. You were right on Lincoln Square. All right, should we try it?
Let's try it. Let's try it again.
All right, so Andy, the one thing you did mess up, you're supposed to say hi. Hi,
Yeah,
I'm
I
Andy.
realized that after Keeve and Yorm both did it. I was like, oh, odd man out.
All right. Hi, I'm Seth.
Hi, I'm Andy.
Hi, I'm Yorma.
Hi, I'm Akiva.
And hi.
I am your mother!
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
I am your mother.
I went back and watched that and texted with Fred about it. I forgot Sudeikis very funny because one of the things about that sketch is it's very obvious to Andy and Zach's characters that they should recast.
Yeah.
And Jason really jumps to her defense mid-sketch.
Yeah. You need one of those.
And it's that thing of like, look at her, look how beautiful she is. And it just cuts to Fred just like really not, it's not that he's doing nothing, it's that it's the most subtle. He really is playing a woman who believes she's got it going on.
Right. Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, we like characters that like themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do, and often does. Hey, this was Yorm. Can I share what you offered, or I didn't offer? You asked me to do you a solid a couple Fridays back.
Yeah, I asked Seth to do a solid. He couldn't do it, which was a real fucking, I don't know, it was a real stab in the gut, I guess.
It was a content killer because it would have been great content.
Yeah. Well, why don't you tell him, Seth?
Yorm asked if I would drive him home from his vasectomy.
I just thought it would be good content for the pod.
Yeah.
So you didn't actually need the ride. You were just like, how do I fold this into the cast? My main passion.
That's awesome, actually.
Yeah, it would have been a real talking point, I think.
You're trying to create things to talk about so you have like talk show stories.
Yeah, totally.
Here's the thing, Seth. I'm rescheduling for October, so there's still time.
Oh,
You didn't do it.
I didn't do it. It was too big of a pain in the ass to get down there. So, there's more than enough time. And honestly, if any of you guys are out on the East Coast, I would love if multiple guys could pick me up. It'd be really nice.
Oh, a whole party.
Yeah.
Yorm did say, I wish Lauren had the kind of sense of humor where I could ask him.
I seriously thought about it, but I was like, he's not going to think this is funny.
Oh my God.
It would be. I feel like you'd text him and then one of his assistants would email and be like, he can't that day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it would never be like are you fucking kidding me? He doesn't pick people up.
You could at least send a voice note, though, of encouragement.
It would be like, oh, he actually can't that day, but he does wish you the best.
Yeah.
A comment I enjoyed, just watched Total Recall for the first time and can't believe there aren't 40 more Lonely Island sketches about this movie.
Thank you.
Every scene has possibilities.
I mean, I was thinking the scene where he like pulls the like tracker out of his nose, the giant.
Oh,
I mean,
so
It's
great.
still so memorable. Oh, God.
Even just the like sort of like vaguely claymation shots when they are exposed to the Mars air.
Yeah. A bunch of large Marge shots.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wait, is that body horror? Is that technically body? Like when he takes it out of his nose, would you put that in the body horror?
I would say that's maybe body horror. I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's like a new genre that I'm hearing about a lot. Sorry.
Needless to say,
You're like a professional director that directs movies and has worked in the business for 20 plus years.
Andy,
And you just casually
move on to the next part of the show.
I'm actually just hearing about this phrase.
You guys heard about this body horror?
also, are you guys hip to film noir? Have you heard about this?
Did you know that for a stretch of time there were many Western films
Have
made?
you heard about this film, No We Are? Hey, let's talk about Motherlover, though, because we don't have much time, right, guys? We should really get into this.
All right.
I mean, we could.
You have till 4:00. There's
You just blew it. You said 3:30, and then you told us about your dad's rule, and now we know you lied to us.
Did you push back on that rule? Like, why is it 4 p.m.?
He doesn't want people to get too hot. It's his birthday, so I'm just listening to my dad's rules.
He's waiting for the sun to get lower in the sky.
Yes, he is. He doesn't want anyone to overheat.
What happens before that then? Are people not outside?
People fucking fry, dude. They fry. Yeah. And also my family tends to like look straight up at the sun. So you really want to do it later in the day.
Yeah, you got squinters.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of sun squinters.
We were trying to schedule this podcast on our text thread, and Yorm said, I can't do that, and my dad's play is opening. And then what did I say?
Everybody said, yeah, my dad's play. I think you just said same.
Yeah, same.
And then Seth followed suit, and I think Akiva did too.
No, just plays open.
All our dads.
I said that if you grew up in Berkeley, you never saw your dad because he always had a play that was open.
That's kind of true, guys. That's not like, it's a lot of plays.
Hey, somebody said you guys talked a lot about the which Lonely Island cast member is which chipmunk. Do you guys have a theory as to which one of you is which Beastie Boy?
This one is difficult.
Hinges on which song that we're doing and what
Yeah.
fake voices we're putting
It
on.
usually has to do with voice.
I will say somebody offered their pick, and it gun to my head what I would say.
I mean, if you talk about like our baseline voice tones, it would be Akiva is ad rock, I'm Mike D, and Yorm's MCA. Because Yorm's bassiest, lowest, Akiv's highest, and that leaves me in the middle.
It's when we're doing those voices, though. It's not all the time.
On the other hand, when we did Bash Brothers songs, I was more MCA-ish.
Yeah, just in terms of flow? Or
Well, because Jose Canseco, the way that we were writing him was a little more that.
But like on Sushi Glory Hole, I'm not going high at all.
No.
So, but we're not doing Beastie Boys at all on that.
I think vibe-wise, though,
Yeah, okay.
Andy is ad rock, Yorm is Mike D, and Keeve is MCA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty right.
Cool.
I mean, if I could have chosen one, like from the time I was a little kid, that I would have most wanted to have been, it would have been ad rock. So thank you.
Yeah. This is heartbreaking. Remember, it was 2 weeks ago we were talking about, Andy, you said in the stewed, and then the closed captioning said in this dude.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we had you do it a bunch of times fast.
Oh, yeah.
And then YouTube said in the stew.
So
in
the
the
stew.
In the
You
stew.
made a left turn there. Smart.
STEW, like the end of some fable where you went to a witch's
So now if I
house.
say in the stew, what is it going to say?
Not
In the
stew.
stew. In the stew. In the stew.
In the stew.
I don't want to get too tangential here, but do you guys have like a favorite soup? Because I was thinking about this recently.
That's not too tangential at all.
A few moments ago, Yorm was like, we got to get to Motherlover. And now he's
wait, no,
It
but
was like,
since we're talking,
sound off. Favorite soup.
since we're talking,
And let's hear from the Quiet Army.
He's like, hey, I just realized my dad doesn't have any plays opening today. We could talk forever.
I got till 4. Guys, I don't know what you heard, but I got till 4.
they're doing notes on opening nights at 4.
To answer the question in earnest, I have a lot of soups that I really like.
Okay, well,
Like I love a French onion. I fuck with a beef borley.
Borley?
Yeah, a beef borley.
Borley?
What were some of the favorite Hale and Hearty soups down in 30
Oh
Rock?
my God.
Basement?
Yeah, there was that like Moroccan peanut and something chicken one. That
Yeah.
was super.
That was basically like peanut butter with a little bit of chicken in it. Hale and Hearty was a soup place in the basement of 30 Rock. Where there, again, when you say in the basement, it seems like a shady place to get food, but there's like a concourse of restaurants. And Hale and Hearty was a real go-to for an SNL rewrite table.
it was a real go-to, and there was a moment at a rewrite table, I think it was your rewrite table, Seth, where me and Keeve were in the room, and Higgins walked in and started talking about Pale and Farty. Do you guys go to Pale and Farty? And then within 20 minutes, me and Keeve had made, texting his brother, had made a website called paleandfarty.com.
Yeah.
And then while Higgins was in the room, then we're like, hey, check it out. Like, look up the website.
Holy shit.
This is pretty impressive. Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
You don't? Oh, my.
I do remember
we owned
that.
the domain
It
for
was
a while.
super, it was like very unsettling to look at as a website. It was like neon colors,
Yeah, it's pretty horrendous colors.
like hurt your eyes.
Well, I would hope. Yeah.
Paleandfarty.com?
I don't think it exists anymore.
No, there's no way my brother kept paying for the domain name.
Oh, God. Can I say something embarrassing? Of course, it makes sense that it was Keeve's brother. I thought you were talking about Higgins' brother.
that would have been way funnier.
I was like, what?
Al Higgins just did it up.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck does he know about
yeah,
it?
the guy's good at coding.
My memory of Hale and Hearty soup is, they'd come with those little oyster crackers. And I remember just stress eating oyster crackers where I'd bite them in half, because you can kind of split them in half with your teeth, and thinking to myself that I'd never have a funny idea ever again in my life.
Yeah, they're like the pistachio of crackers.
Yeah. I was going to say, everybody's sort of...
Mine's gazpacho. Mine's gazpacho to end that.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going. Just keep going.
Everybody, our listeners thought Balcony Song got hosed, and a bunch of people quoted Keeve saying, "What's the point of the show? Is applause and laughter the point of the show?" And
I didn't think I got that angry, guys. You know what? It was justified. It was just normal.
hey, I have a question, Keeve. So I traveled. I went to Amsterdam, brought Ash
How
with
was
me.
Bezos' wedding?
You know what? If you love love,
Yeah.
I think it was a pretty special time.
Oh, interesting. I love love.
That's so great.
Yeah. But I was at the airport. I had 4 or 5 different people say Quaid Army to
Wow.
me in the airport.
Oh, man.
That's
that
cool.
rules.
And the best thing about it is different people think it is meant to be delivered in different ways. Some people say it like it's a secret. They get real,
like
like
Fight Club.
almost like this is how you know I'm a spy as
Yeah, like
well.
Fight Club.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite way. That's my favorite.
They'll be like, righteous kill. Other people will like screaming across the concourse like I just gave the Mel Gibson Braveheart speech.
Yeah. I just can't.
Oh, sorry. They yelled
Quaid
Quaid Army,
Army.
and then I Righteous Kill it back.
Yeah.
Quaid Army!
But I did really fist up yell Righteous Kill at somebody, and then my son asked about it, and I'm like, this is going to take too long. I don't want to talk about it.
Someone said it to me last week, Seth, but they said both of them, and I had nothing to say back.
Oh, they said Quaid Army, Righteous Kill.
Going Quaid Army, Righteous Kill, and I was like, where do I fit in?
Oh yeah, you guys, if you guys see us, please don't take both things. If you see us,
Yeah, you can say it however you want. You can say it like a secret. You can say it like it's something to scream. But like, please don't say both.
Yeah, because then we can't say Righteous Kill back. We have nothing to do.
You fuck us up. You fuck us up.
sitting
and
on
then
our hands.
We look idiotic. Don't do that. Last comment before we get to, although I'm going to find some other note I took, but
Dude, find some fucking dope dishes.
oh, I was going to say, Keeve, is there in Naked Gun? Is there a righteous kill?
No, if I was writing it now, he'd say it 5 times. in
No,
the
but
movie.
like, is there like a kill in
a
the
killing
movie
that
that
is
is righteous?
I don't think so.
Okay, gotcha.
I think that there's an even more righteous thing that happens at the end, and you got to go see the movie to, sometimes killing isn't always righteous, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just hoping there might be a moment like in Brick Breaker. What's that? Minecraft
Oh, yeah.
movie where like at some point a zombie jumps on a chicken and everybody throws their popcorn in the air.
Chicken jockey.
Yeah, chicken jockey.
Come on.
Yeah. You're like, what's our chicken jockey moment where we can destroy theaters? Yeah, I need to figure out where to tell people to riot.
Oh, brick
I like
breaker.
thinking about the Snood movie coming out and Lauren in the theater going, yeah!
Oh my god, it's a fucking purple ball! Oh my god, it's a fucking purple bubble!
Tearing his shirt off. Yeah.
Somebody's on his shoulders and everything. Everyone reveals they're covered in purple face paint. Everyone shows it.
Just got an email to my AOL Snood movie coming out.
Broadway Video just secured the Snood rights.
Will I attend the premiere? What do you fucking think?
Dressed as one of the major snoods.
All right, so here we go, you guys. It's again, I'm going to gloss over because we've definitely talked about it. Motherlover was voted on by your peers as the best digital short. And I loved watching it again. But my first question to you, because it was only 5 months after Dick in a Box.
Oh my God, is that true?
How? Well, maybe it's not. I will say that it starts with a title card that says 5 months later.
In
yeah.
terms of the story
Story.
of these
Yeah,
characters.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dick in a Box was Christmas, but was it Christmas 2007? This is May 9th.
I can't imagine. He didn't host twice in the same year, so it was.
No,
not,
it had been years.
This is May 9th, 2009.
Yeah.
So this is a year and a half later in the real world.
Yeah, it had been like 15 years.
And my question is, did you know he was coming back? Did you know you were going to do the Dick in the Box guys again? Like, you obviously knew you were going to do a short with him. Did you know you would do those two dudes?
Yes.
Right away.
I mean, we were terrified of it.
Totally terrified to do it again.
Pressure was on.
And we had even talked to him. I think he called us like ahead of his week to be like, how the fuck are we going to top that? And we were like, I don't think we can.
Well, he also had been there, obviously, for the Kathy thing that was a couple episodes back.
That must
Right.
have been it instead of him calling. He probably talked to us about it then.
Yeah, I feel like he was like, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
I think it was discussion. Like, is it those guys again? Is it something new?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if it was like a given, but like obviously it seemed like the right thing to do if we could come up with an idea. It was so scary though.
I think we all wanted it to be them again, and I think he wanted it to be them again if it felt good. We knew it was the Mother's Day show for a while, and the premise that it ended up being loosely, we came up with immediately, and we did this on the third one also, and then we're like, okay, now, is that really the best thing that we can come up with for this? And then eventually just decided, yes, fuck it.
And I feel like in both scenarios, Justin was like, "Yeah, it's good. Like we're good to go. Like that's fucking." And then for 3 days, like all of us were like, "I don't know."
I mean, he correctly was like, it's better to just get started on it.
Yes,
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
And Andy, you correctly remembered the other day when we were prepping for this, because me and Andy do a lot of side prepping where we call what are we going to talk about?
Really? No wonder it goes so well.
What are we going to wear? What are we going to wear for the pod? What is
Oh,
our
yeah.
thing?
And you tried to do it with Yorn, but he's off at the gazpacho shop.
No, he's not reachable. But you were saying that like Timberlake was from the ground up part of this one.
Yes.
Whereas the other one, we didn't know what it was. We were off trying to figure it out and crack it. And then he came in pretty late into it and then added his spice over the whole thing and made it awesome. This one, because we knew what we were in for, he was just in our office.
Yes.
And we built it totally from scratch.
I do remember him feeling a little frustrated with how long we were sort of taking to like decide on whether we should do it or not, though. The next one, even more so.
I feel like that was more on the third one.
The third one, yeah, more so. For sure.
I just want to clarify, these gentlemen never had names, right?
Not at the time, no.
Yeah.
No.
But it is fun to have recurring characters who are so iconic in their appearance that they do not need be named.
The Dick in a Box guys.
Yeah, the Dick in a Box guys. So how do we want to do it? Because I have a lot to ask about. So you knew...
I mean, we decided that was going to be the premise. We got a beat from Yorm's brother Asa again and Drew Campbell, his buddy. They made a beat together.
And Drew did a lot of beats on the Bash Brothers, just to give some context. We worked with Drew a lot on different things as well.
Well, and what's cool about this beat, I remember, is that we had asked him months, if not even a year earlier. There was some beat we loved. I'm not going to remember the song. That was very synth heavy and 808 heavy. And we said, can you make things that sound like this, that are just this vibe? And they made us a few. Drew Campbell did right away. I'm not sure how much Asa was in on that part of it. And one later became Throw It on the Ground. And one became Motherlover. And did a third get used? It's so crazy. Usually people give us 50 beats and maybe one becomes a song at best. This was us requesting something specific. They gave us 3 beats and minimum 2 became Throw It on the Ground and Motherlover.
That's how good they are.
Really? It was from that session was Throw It on the Ground?
Yeah.
And what is the instruction you give him, Keeve, to get that Motherlover beat?
We keep saying, hey, make it more dope. Like that.
But this beat existed before we came up with that in Motherlover. We then went and looked through beats that we liked in the past.
Got it.
Dug it up and went, ooh, it could be to that. It was not bespoke made for Motherlover. Like Dick in a Box was bespoke made for the idea. But that's why this one doesn't actually, the beat itself is not 90s New Jack R&B at all.
Which I'm so glad of because it makes it immediately feel a little more urgent and different.
It's also so much faster that you can cram way more jokes. Like this, has so many more jokes. Is this like? I wouldn't say this is twice as fast as Dick in a Box, but it's very fast.
It's so fast, and there's incredible verbal dexterity right out of the gates, which is a delight to listen to.
Asa sent us a voice note about the beat. Do we want to just jump into that?
Let's hear it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yes,
let's hear
please.
You know, the only thing I will say about Motherlover that I can recall that was a point of annoyance for me was that
Good, right to the point.
When me and Drew Campbell made the beat, we were trying to make this mashup trance pop album with almost big trap drums and trance. Andy was the only person that had faith in it. We would send him music and he'd be like, oh, I'm fucking with this. And so he was the one that chose Motherlover, as he has many of our other beats. And I remember after that song kind of went off and went viral, everybody hit me up and was like, oh, why didn't you give me that beat? And I was like, I tried for 2 years to shop that beat around and nobody wanted it. And so shout out to Andy. Love you, baby boy.
Oh, bing bong. This guy has foresight.
Dagwood. That's not what I was remembering either, but I'll take it.
Yeah, but it did exist for 2 years, and I guess they just sent it over when we asked for synthy beats.
Yeah.
I'm so curious who asked, who said that to him after the fact, that he was like, oh, why didn't you? Because I do occasionally feel like when we make a song that once the beat has come out, I'm like, wow, we ruined that beat. Nobody can be on that beat anymore. And
I just like that it is a cliche of what I really wanted to believe happens in hip hop, where people call around and are like, why are you holding out the big good beats on me? There's the Glengarry beats.
My son now says that we'll be playing an Octonaut song that is tearing my soul out of my mouth, and he'll start dancing and be like, this is a good beat. I'll be like, all right, man. I mean, you got the right rhythm, but the song's fast.
Nodding his head
yeah.
Oh, that's great.
This shit goes.
This slaps.
That's who passed on Aces. The Octonauts passed on Motherlover.
Wow, that's great.
Guys, I have to bail.
Okay. Later, buddy. Love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
And now a word from our sponsors at Betterment. When investing your money starts to feel like a second job, Betterment steps in with a little work-life balance. They're an automated investing and savings app, which means they do the work. While they build and manage your portfolio, you build and manage your weekend plans. While they make it easy to invest for what matters, you just get to enjoy what matters. Their automated tools simplify the complex and put your money to work, optimizing day after day and again. So go ahead, take your time to rest and recharge, because while your money doesn't need a work-life balance, you do. Make your money hustle with Betterment. Get started at betterment.com. That's BetterMent.com. Investing involves risk. Performance not guaranteed.
Hey guys, support also comes from Vuori. Just got back from the gym. As you guys know, I'm trying to look like Jeremy Allen White. Not from the show The Bear, but just life. Getting buff, ripped. Anyway, incredibly versatile, comfortable. It's perfect for whatever day you have in store, whether that's working out or just being out on the town. The design looks great beyond the gym. And so whether you're running errands, you're heading to the office, you're doing slam dunks with your buddies, I don't know what your day is like. Shopping is so easy. You can find whatever you need on the website. It takes no time at all. There's so much great stuff on there. You're just going to have a difficult time choosing. My friend Bo is actually over here today, and I was like, what are those shorts? What are you wearing? He was like, Vuori, you know what you talk about on the pod all the time. And I was like, wow, those look great. I'm going to get myself a pair of those. It's fitness versatility. As they say, one short, every sport. Ideal for fitness, running, training. It's soft, lightweight, four-way performance, which I love talking about, that stretchy stretch. Moves with you, no restrictions, which, you know, being a flexible guy into limbo contests and whatever, you want to look good doing a limbo contest. Vuori is an investment in your happiness. For our listeners, they are offering 20% off your first purchase. Get yourself some of the most comfortable and versatile clothing on the planet at vuori.com/island. That's VUORI.com/island. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75, which you're definitely going to spend, let's be honest, and free returns. Go to vuori.com/island and discover the versatility of Vuori clothing. Exclusions apply. As I've said, visit the website for full terms and conditions.
Hey, everybody. Kiev had to bail 4th of July. And again, our families weren't that excited that we were doing it today.
hate this, in fact.
I think they were real mad. So here's the thing. Andy, it starts with 5 months later.
Yeah.
And you guys are walking out of prison.
Getting out of jail.
You're getting out of jail. And when you're getting out of jail, did you get permission to shoot on the steps of this police station?
Oh, man. Yorm, do you remember?
We did. Yes, we did. Yeah. It's at Brooklyn Detention Center, kind of near the Brooklyn Nine-Nine precinct that is actually like based on that Dan Gore told me that it was apparently based on. And we did get permission. It was just like you guys coming in. Hey, here's the thing. When Justin Timberlake's with you, it's a little easier to get permission.
All right. So another thing I like, you guys come down the steps, you're carrying your boxes. And I think most people maybe forget that you got arrested at the end of taking a box.
Oh, yeah. Too many people.
It's important that we do, but yeah, you do maybe push it from your mind.
I like that both of you, though, are pointing the holes out on the boxes.
Oh, yeah, so you can see.
Yeah, it's a fun reminder that you guys put your dicks in them.
And they're average size holes, good size holes.
In case anyone forgot, like that was the premise.
Should we do a rewatch as we do this one?
I think we should.
We can. I mean, I kind of want to talk about the writing part because I just want to brag.
Yeah, let's do that first. Great. Yeah, keep going.
I just remember it being one of the most creatively fulfilling experiences personally that I've ever had working on something.
Oh, do tell.
Like, I feel like we were on fire during it.
It felt very flowy, yes.
It felt like it was coming really easily. The beat we really loved. Justin was in the room with us as we were writing, and he and I were doing a lot of like, there's no other word for it, Yorm, riffing. Musical riffing.
Riffing and looking at each other and things that sort of became moments in the video to me. Like there's definitely like moments of you guys looking at each other. There's a lot of looking in each other's faces in these videos.
Yes. I mean, these dudes are close. They're close.
Extremely close. Well, they have very similar ideas.
That's so funny. Yeah, like I guess we kind of think they just want to bone each other's moms, but a lot of it comes from their own intense closeness.
They're very, I mean, we learned more about that in the third
You can just
one.
picture them at sleepovers.
There's something also about them, and I think it's probably because the music was popular when we were in junior high, but like the like youngness of we're going to wear matching outfits and have choreographed dances, and we're going to know all the moves and do them at the same time and look into each other's eyes and then turn away at the same time and and like we were riding that kind of energy for it. And I remember being like, oh, this is just fun. Like, regardless of how it ends up, it's super fun to do. And I remember having a lot of ideas for it, musically and lyrically, that happened very quickly. And it was just a good time.
And I remember being shocked at how much time we had with Justin. Like, you don't usually have that much time with the host. And any moment that he got to not be on set having to rehearse, he was like with us, which was really, really fun.
Yeah. I mean, he wrote a bunch of the lyrics in Motherlover.
Yeah, gang.
Like, I want to say, I'm going to make your mama do a million poses. Digital Camera Line was just 100% his pitch.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be the syrup, she could be my waffle was his line, possibly.
Yeah, hit a bunch.
And then, just all throughout it, the back and forthiness of it, we were just vibing. It was super fun.
I like that he appreciated how important it was to, if not outdo, at least be in the same zip code as the first one. Correct. That it would suck for everybody involved if it was bad.
Yes. And I also will say, I believe this was one of many times that we asked Asa and Drew to add a breakdown after the fact. And they gave us that beautiful, like, synthy, like, Alphaville sounding breakdown that turns into It Would Be My Honor, that section.
It's kind of weird for how much I love this one and for how many jokes I feel like land and how many jokes I like, and both visual and, like, just written jokes for this, that none of us voted for this one when you did the 64 like March Madness thing. Like,
none of you three did.
I think I did.
All three of us voted for I Ran So Far over this one, but pound for pound, this was a pretty good.
Did we? I thought maybe I voted for Motherlover.
No, we all three.
You remembered that I didn't?
Yeah.
That's crazy that you remember what I voted for and I don't.
Yeah.
It's just that I was happy that we were a team. You know what I mean?
Well, I've said that I think one of the reasons it won over I Ran So Far is that every comedy writer in the room appreciates how hard it is to outdo a hit.
Sure.
Like everybody at SNL, every writer at SNL who had a thing that they then wrote the second version of, they know that like, oh.
Yeah.
Because I don't even think about Dick in a Box when I'm watching Motherlover. Like there's nothing established other than like the first shot of the boxes.
Yeah.
Where a joke in the first one is repeated in the second one, which is.
Yeah. It was also just super exciting now, like everyone's attention was on it production-wise. Like everyone did a great job on the first one, but all of a sudden we were like, hey, let's get outfits for the second one, and like you can see as soon as the video starts, we had so many fucking dope outfits.
Yeah.
And got like actual matching stuff. And there's just like more layers to every setup.
Oh,
I mean, we'll get to that, I guess.
Just when off the jump, your digital watches that you guys have are just so dope.
I love those watches. And the roast beef sandwiches.
I mean, again, the sandwiches, when a sandwich shows up in one of your pieces of work, Andy, for me, it's like when Stan Lee shows up in a Marvel movie. I'm like, there it is.
Yeah, he's the real Joey of the group.
Also, the sandwiches are so... It's like they literally look the way you would want them to look if you had comedy sandwiches. Because they're just a floppy ham.
Well, you guys are wagging them around pretty hard.
It's roast beef. I hate to correct a dear friend.
No, yeah, but they're your floppy roast beef.
Yeah.
And it like you're gesturing with it, and just the right amount is coming off every time you gesture.
Little stringy, little floppy. And we knew, I mean, I can't remember who pitched that. I don't know if it was you or
I can't remember that.
But that setup, we were like, that setup is going to be a lot of like shakiness, motions. And it immediately was making us giggle before we even shot it.
I remember thinking that I was surprised this was working as well as it was.
It was good stringy roast beef.
Because sometimes if you say I want a sandwich that falls apart, they like make it like they make a bad sandwich.
Yeah.
Like this looked like a sandwich you could eat.
Oh, no, this is a real sandwich.
It just looked exactly the way a sandwich, if you just were waving a sandwich around too much, like it would just very slowly fall apart.
I think there's a decent chance we took bites of those sandwiches at some point.
Also, fun fact, Andy is still Young Sandwich in my phone. When I call him, that's what pops up.
So if you hack Yorm, that's how to get in touch with me.
Yeah, we'll beat that part.
It's fine. If someone can figure out how to hack the Fort Knox of people,
don't put that out there.
Yorm, no one could. You think someone can trick you into being confused about something enough to hack your phone? No, dude.
Once a week, someone in Brooklyn walks up to Yorm and says, "Hey, can I use your phone real quick to call my mom?" And then he hands it to them and they just run away.
Don't call Young Sandwich. It's not who you think it is.
Hey, I work at Barclays Center. Can I hold your phone?
Should we watch this? Should we step through?
Yeah, who wants to be in charge of the stopping and starting?
It can't be me, and you guys know why.
I don't know how to do it.
All right, I can do it. All right, ready, guys?
Yeah, well, let's check it out.
5 months later. I want to note, you'll hear right away, audience, thrilled to see you guys.
Yeah.
Dudes that look like that in real life don't get that reaction coming out of jail.
Justin's, I love the old-timey trash can. Oscar the Grouch.
Oh, damn. All right, should we stop?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that watch
That's the
is
watch.
sick.
Yeah.
It matches the color of your outfit.
It matches the outfit. The watch matches the outfit.
It's a watch, that has a full calculator keyboard on it, it looks like.
Yeah, but
Seth, do you want to go back and look at the size of the holes? That was something Yorm was interested in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys definitely did yourselves a solid with the size of the holes.
Hey, you don't know.
it's implying that you don't put the ball through.
I think those boxes were rattling around.
If it was Yorm and I was guessing, I would know if it was accurate, as discussed.
Yeah.
But you, Seth, I know, don't know.
I don't know. All right, so the watch is really beautiful. My God, it's so funny.
It's fucking great.
God damn it, that Casio.
Casio.
The Illuminator.
Now, of course, I do have a question here. Your watch goes off. You set an alarm for 1:18 in the afternoon on Mother's Day.
That's right.
That's when they get up.
So
I'm pretty sure 1:18 is when that watch was broken and frozen.
So an alarm goes off that reminds you that it's Mother's Day, but also that it's too late to buy a present. So you set an alarm too late to be able to do anything about it.
Yeah, it might be 1:18 a.m.
Hey.
That makes complete sense to this dude that all tracks.
I also want to note that I want to play it from this moment of the watch going on. You realize it's Mother's Day and you haven't bought anything. And Justin is sort of has empathy for you. And then about 2/3 through it, he then realizes the same has happened for him. He doesn't right away.
He also forgot, yeah.
Flawless character logic, all of this.
Oh, damn. What is it, dog? I forgot it's Mother's Day. Didn't get a gift for her. Other plans got in the way. She'll be so disappointed. Damn, I forgot it too. This could have been avoided. What the hell are we gonna do?
The plans that got in the way were that they were in jail for
They
5
got
months.
arrested.
Yeah, other plans got in the way. They were in jail.
They got arrested for putting their dicks in boxes.
And so we have the first of many both looking at the camera lens at the exact same time on what the hell are we going to
Yeah,
do.
so you're really aware that a camera's here.
And then this is just beautiful, I'm going to say Kiev editing here, of just hard cut to them working out in the gym in bright neon outfits as the drums drop in, and that beat obviously.
And he's holding your feet, you're doing sit-ups, and you're explaining the situation.
Yeah.
And we hear really why both of your mothers are maybe in need of a lover. Well, we'll let you guys explain it.
Yeah. Also working out in full windbreaker.
And you're wearing what do you call those, stonewash jeans?
Yeah. But with the sleeveless hoodie, which I forgot was a part of this, but does track.
Is he wearing those skateboard pants, the Zumbas or?
Do you say cold, Andy?
Yeah.
What the hell are we gonna do? My mom's been so alone ever since my daddy left. Cold. No one to hold it tight.
Patty Clarkson.
I know just what you mean. My mom's been so
Susan Sarandon.
Yes.
Dad can't satisfy her in the bedroom ever since he passed away.
Yeah. Okay. So Timberlake's daddy left his mom.
That's cold.
Yeah.
My mom can't be satisfied by my dad in the bedroom ever since he passed away.
When you say he passed away, you then make the international gesture for going to bed.
Right, yeah. He's passed.
You definitely
That's
do
right.
like he went to
He
sleep.
says rockabye, baby.
Cold, I really love Cold.
Cold is good.
Yeah. He left her cold.
Yeah. And then we see, this is the audience revealing who will be playing your mothers in this, and it is Patty Clarkson and Susan Sarandon. And
Yes.
how did that come to pass?
I think it was like we asked talent who was around that would be super exciting, and they said both those names. We were also like, who should look like they could be my and Justin's moms?
Did Patty live in the? Was she just in the? Because Susan obviously is the city.
Yeah, she strikes me as New York City. They both are.
I think they're both New York.
Yeah.
They were certainly at that time.
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah. I mean, it's like how we always were with everything. We're like, sure. And then it's Justin, so everyone's just like, sure.
Right.
Oh my God, they were both so great to work with too. They were just so awesome.
They're both so great, and they were both so much fun and such great hangs, and they look amazing, and they were hilarious in it. And
their outfits are great.
Yeah, they're pretty sexy ladies.
They're having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Also, Patty's really having fun being like sexy in some real like mom outfits.
Yeah, she's like pretending to be dowdy. She's in the part.
I'd like to know we're 52 seconds in, and I'm pretty sure the reveal is just a minute. Like, it's crazy how fast you guys lay out the premise of this, and I do think it speaks to what Yorma was saying. Like, it moves so fast, you're getting a lot of details in.
By the way, so 52 seconds in, but not of the song. There's a whole bunch of
preamble.
Yeah,
preamble. Yeah.
So that's a great point.
Where does the music even start there? I think that we maybe get to it in like 30 something.
Yeah, your watch goes off at 21 seconds, so we're 31 seconds in at this point.
Yeah, this is efficient.
And we have decided that you guys forgot Mother's Day. One of your dads left, and another dad is dead. And neither of your moms are satisfied sexually.
Yes.
That's in 30 seconds.
It's a lot of backstory.
And we're already into like our fourth or fifth location or setup.
And this next outfit is fucking great. Like, it's just like there's metallic fucking. It looks like it's made of rayon, which, by the way, was a big thing for us growing up junior high. You guys both have tiny, thin little chains as well, which was also what we were in junior high.
Yeah.
Which I think Justin related to as well.
Yeah.
How would you describe this kind of shirt? Like, what is this?
It's like a rayon button up.
Yeah.
It's like acetate or rayon.
Yeah.
But what is the pattern? Like, what do you even call that? Just of the era?
Yeah, it's like paisley adjacent or something.
Yeah, like Color Me Bad would wear it.
It's just early 90s. Yeah.
I want to say both of you guys, both of the Dick in the Box guys, are idiots.
Right.
With that said, you're very clearly the dumb one, Andy.
Oh, for sure.
Like, you guys are both so dumb, and you are clearly the dumb one.
Oh yeah, they're like brainy go bye on my guy.
The freeze frame we have right now. Kev, if you could just pop on your phone just a photo so we can put in the show notes of the moment. Like, this is a dumb guy this is a dumb guy thinking he has a good idea.
Exactly.
That's what this is totally Blizzard Man, like just jaw on the floor.
Yes. We love that. We love that move. Like Dodo's so confident.
Just mouth breather.
Like, I'm about to blow your mind.
All right, so now this is, you guys have your sandwiches, and you're basically coming to the conclusion about how you're going to fix Mother's Day.
Yes.
And the fact that you don't have gifts. Here we go.
Roast beef flopping.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm thinking too.
Slow up. What time is it, dog?
It's time for a switcheroo.
Justin swirls his roast beef on the taco sandwich. All right, so we're formulating the plan there, and I mean, this is not important to anyone but me, but I don't remember if we were like, pull the roast beef out so it flails around a lot, or if it just started happening.
I think we did a tiny bit, but it was also happening
I think
naturally.
It was a little column A, column B on that.
But certainly nobody was allowed to tuck the beef back in.
No, for sure. I mean, once you get that beef swirl.
No, but I will say for a shot reverse shot, two guys sitting by a little fountain, that is way more entertaining than it should be. Like there's nothing happening really with the shots, and you're like, this is great. I really like these fucking guys.
And again, like, he's such a good dancer that it does look like long practice choreography, what he's doing with the sandwich and the roast beef.
Yes.
Little twirl.
Yeah, it's like watching like a baton major or whatever you call those people.
Well, it's time for a switcheroo. He's got
Yeah. So now we know switcheroo, but I still don't think the audience knows what this means, this switcheroo. Except you did. So what do you say? Break it off? What do you say?
I say we break them off, show them how much they really mean.
Yeah, but I don't know if a lot of the audience knew what break them off meant.
Yeah, certainly, I think, again.
You think so? You think a lot of SNL audience was like, yeah.
I think that they're ready to go at this next point. So, again, the music's triumphant. You guys are out by the bridge, and just, here we go.
Because I'm a mother lover, you're a mother lover. We should each other's mothers, each other's mothers. You came out as a baby, ain't no doubt that it's crazy. Each other's mothers.
Okay.
All right.
So clean. Could have easily just gotten out there, but then we reveal it's a double chorus.
It is a double chorus. I
It's a
actually
double
forgot.
chorus.
I stopped thinking the chorus was over, but it is a double chorus. I
You
pulled
could
up.
easily go fuck each other's moms and then go right into the next verse, but no.
So should we hear the rest of the chorus?
Well, I think this is a good moment to just mention that, like, I'll push in that lady where you came out as a baby. I think was the moment that my mom was like, I really dislike this song.
Yeah.
So this is one of the ones that she hated the most, which I was a little surprised by.
Motherlover is one of our songs that has a lot of stuff that I would normally say is just inexcusable.
Yeah.
And is so gross in a way that I don't even really enjoy personally. And yet, for some reason, in this context, musically the way it is, and because it's these guys, I do like it.
It's that they're so dumb. It's that they're so beyond dumb that you're like, it's fine.
I think it really helps that it's also like Patty and Susan.
Right.
I like that it's them and not like cast members of ours aged up.
Right.
You know?
Like Fred and you.
Right. Yeah. I don't think anybody likes that. I also I think for everybody listening who might worry that slang has changed, I don't think anybody, forget the baby half of that couplet, ever said, like, I'm going to push in that lady. Right?
I don't know about that. I don't know about
Pushing
that.
that lady? No, that's like push my seed in her bush, like level graphic.
That's right.
Yeah, Cody Chestnut stuff.
Cody Chestnut. And then obviously did it again with the Roots, you know. And that one actually I think had more commercial success.
Right.
What's up, Amir?
Oh, while we're talking about Amir, because we know he's a listener, you want to ask Quaid what he's cooking?
Oh, Quaid, what do you got on that stovetop right now?
Let's see what the Quaid is cooking.
Quaid-o. You making alphabets, dude?
Hey, in the like, I can't believe what a article decided to pull out of the last episode. Somebody wrote a headline of like, Great Balls of Fire was Jack Quaid's, like, the soundtrack of his growing up.
You know, any promo for the pod is just a blessing.
It's just a blessing. But somebody sent me a screen on like social media. They sent me a screenshot. And they said, I was so excited to share this with the pod, not realizing that it came from the pod. Like they saw a headline. And they were like, oh my God, the Lonely Island guys are going to love to hear this.
That's really funny.
All right, so second half of the first chorus.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Another edit I love is when you put your fingers up and it cuts to you on the roast beef spot and your fingers are up as well.
Oh, that is good.
I love that it matches the choreography in a different shot.
I was going to say, I think Every Mother's Day Needs a Mother's Night is one of the first things I wrote down for this premise.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's very good. It's very, very good.
Thanks, Seth.
The cutaways in the chorus of the moms, I remember feeling were always a little subpar because we kind of rushed through them. So just the fact that Patty's like leaning against a trash can looking sexy, it's like it's a bit rushed. Funny though.
I would argue everyone would have guessed we did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, now they know.
Because it is funny, don't you think?
I mean, we did. We did do it on purpose. It was just like, sit over here. Smell this flower.
I do. And again, that moment where Susan Sarandon walks by and you guys are standing in sort of a alcove.
Yeah.
Because you're showing her off to Justin.
Yes. And it's very, I mean, I wouldn't dare to actually really say this, but it's, you know, New York 90s, like, do the right thing vibes almost.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, check her.
Yes, please.
I mean, let's be more fair. It's probably more like House Party.
Yeah. It's also definitely weird that she doesn't see the two of you in the alcove.
Yeah, well, it's magical realism.
Oh, that's it. Good to know.
Yeah.
That's like the size of those holes in the box. That's magical realism.
Per what? What are you even basing that on?
All right, now we see Patty in bed looking forlorn, as we've established.
In a beautiful silk negligee.
Yeah, forlorn. The AI might transcribe that as she's looking for Lorne Michaels.
She's looking for Lorne Michaels. Well, I assumed in this Lorne was your dad who left her.
Well, you added like a hiccup in the word. I'm just saying.
I did.
People are groaning before the punchline even comes.
Well, you do hold up lube and roses.
But I haven't said it yet. They start going, ah!
I know, but they start going, yeah.
There's so much looking into the camera, impressing the audience with like, look at this lube, look at these roses.
We're bringing back Kevin Yorm's fake magazine that they would try to get.
In the cut.
Free records were up in the cut. I believe in the cut.
And then it is funny, just a digital camera, as good as the watch, I would say, that digital camera. People are really into it right now, and it keeps getting better.
They will be so surprised.
We are so cool and thoughtful.
Yorm line. We are so cool and thoughtful is 100% Yorm.
Wait, what is? We are so cool.
There's two lines that I know for 100% in the song are Yorm. One is we are so cool and thoughtful. The other one is give it to my mom doggy style.
Well, I'm really excited to get to that line because there's a weird shift when that line happens. Because you guys first start singing what you're going to do to the other one's mom. Then you all of a sudden are telling him what to do with your mom.
What to do with
which is so much worse.
Yeah, it's much
like
worse.
The first one is terrible.
Yes.
But it's like 10x worse that now you're giving him nose.
Yes. Yorm loves like and your hairy butt.
I like it right to the point. Right to the point.
What if it was like really pristine all the way through and then you just fucked off this end part? That's a good Yorm move. And it truly does work.
Here's the thing. It's also similar to our don't give a honk / punch you in the jeans guys in that it's dumb guys agreeing with each other, which I always like as a move of being like, that's a great idea.
Yeah, they're not, nobody has any. It's like you're testing each other's limits.
Yeah, exactly.
Misguided camaraderie.
Yeah. I don't know if it's misguided. I think these guys, they need each other, and I'm really happy they're friends.
Well, the outsider might find it misguided was what I meant.
Yeah, right.
They think they're steering each other right.
All right, here we go.
I'ma be the syrup, she could be my waffle. My mama loves bubble bath with chamomile. Straight up.
Give it to my mom doggy style.
I forgot the other thing is that the setup to doggy style is chamomile.
Chamomile,
So basically, like Justin saying, here's what my mom's into, bubble baths, chamomile.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, my mom's filthy.
Well, no, I just what I want him to do for her.
Yeah, it's a gift. It's a Mother's Day gift.
That's what she needs.
Yeah.
But chamomile really, like almost, it's a wonderful sleight of hand that you don't think something that graphic is coming.
It sounds like we're setting up a very specific triple syllable rhyme.
Yeah, and it's just
And
that
then
you're gonna make you're gonna make doggy 11 syllables.
Also, the shot that was chosen for me doing that line, I'm like way too close to the camera, kind of falling out of focus. It's very frenetic.
I'm gonna watch it again. You're right. It's
Bubble bath with chamomile. Straight up.
Give it to my mom doggy style.
Justin not moving at all, like just a fucking statue locked in. That's another good shot.
well, now we're sort of seeing you each in the world where the other one is about to have sex with your mom. So
Presumably.
Susan's got her arms wrapped around Justin in the kitchen. She's wearing some oven mitts. You come up, take stock of this moment, and then just give a real nod, like this could not be going better.
Yeah.
I just like that it looks like Andy's just going to get a snack in his own
That's what I was
kitchen.
going to say. I think I'm coming in for a cup or something.
Yeah.
Can we run that back, Seth?
Yeah, let's run it back.
Andy's going in for like a Sunny D or something.
Yeah.
He's going to grab a Frogurt or something.
Sunny D. It does seem like
Definitely going in to get Sunny D out of a drawer fridge.
And you way too late in the process realize that your best friend and your mom are sitting on the counter right in front
Be
of
like,
you.
oh, I like this.
Support comes from Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios is the don't hold back snack. They're healthy and they're tasty, so you can snack without holding back. Wonderful Pistachios is the craveable snack that tastes too good to be good for you. Irresistible flavors, honey roasted, jalapeno lime, chili roasted. Bring the heat, the sweet, or the kick to keep you coming back for more. With 6 grams of protein per serving and 0 grams of regret, Wonderful Pistachios are one of the highest protein snack nuts. If you don't believe me, ask Akiva. You didn't send anything in? Great. No shells, no limits. Don't hold back on flavors or convenience. I'll tell you what I like. It's just eating a ton of pistachios, and I'll tell you what I don't like when I forget to hide the shells, and then my wife comes home and says, did you eat all of the Wonderful Pistachios? And I say, no, I didn't. And then she'll say, well, where are all these shells from? And I'll say, your guess is as good as mine. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. Support comes from Mint Mobile. Hi there, Yorm.
Hi, Seth.
You know what doesn't belong in your epic summer plans? Getting burned by your old wireless bill. That's why I made the switch to Mint Mobile. With plans starting at $15 a month, Mint Mobile gives you premium wireless service on the nation's largest 5G network. Is that a good amount of G's for you? 5, Yorm?
It's better than 4, as I always say.
When
you said you were worried about getting burned, I thought you were talking about sunburn, but what you're talking about is even worse, Seth.
Financially burned, which I've always said, second only to financially burned is how I feel about a sunburn. You guys, use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan. You don't need a new phone, and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. This year, skip breaking a sweat and breaking the bank. Get your summer savings and shop premium wireless plans at mintmobile.com/island. That's mintmobile.com/island. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, 5 gigabyte plan required. Equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for the first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for detail.
Love this one. Support comes from How Did This Get Made? One of my favorite other pods. Do you love movies that are so bad they're good? We're not talking about The Room here, guys. That's just good. I'm talking about movies where Jason Statham saves the day, or a Lifetime thriller about a killer fight instructor, or basically any 80s movie set in the near future. Please don't say that they covered Rad on this podcast, because it's one of the best movies ever made. So if then you answered yes to the above, you'll love How Did This Get Made? Comedians Paul Scheer, love him. June Diane Raphael, killer. This is Killer Squad so far. And Jason Mantzoukas unpacked the very best of the worst films ever made. Did they do Deathbed yet? The Patton Oswalt joke? I don't know. I haven't listened to that episode. They recently covered big budget superhero flops Craven and Hunter and the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I also hope that they didn't cover Land of the Lost, which I'm in and received a Razzie nomination for. Sometimes the podcast even has hilarious guests like Bobby Moynihan. Love Bobby. Casey Wilson, who also has another podcast you should check out. Seth Rogen and Adam Scott. So what are you waiting for? Tune in to How Did This Get Made? The podcast that makes sense out of movies that don't.
We're coming up on what I like to call, I can't decide if is it Laser Cats? Is it Andy's Corona ad? But it is definitely 2 people in chairs at the beach.
Oh, God, this might be is it the same painted backdrop that we used for Laser Cats?
No, this was new for this.
Yeah.
Or was this green screen? Was this full green screen?
No, this was a backdrop.
It was a backdrop, right?
Yeah.
This is a backdrop. Yeah, it seems pretty and painted.
Yep, and we shot it on the, what is now your stage, Seth. It was the Fallon
Oh,
stage.
really? You shot it over at HE?
Yeah. And also the doggy style shot was there. If you look at the background, I think it's kind of like smoked out on that stage.
I love it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Another piece of history in old Studio HE.
Yes, bruv.
You guys look great.
Oh, man. The choreography now is...
Yeah, you guys are miming pregnancy.
Making the shape of a pregnant belly.
It's just like, if you were confused at all.
So vile.
Only one shot, as I can tell. There's 2 shots I love in this, Andy, because we only see him once.
Yeah.
You with Patty on a tandem bike.
We go back to it maybe in the breakdown twice. I think we hit it twice. But yes,
okay.
We shot the whole song on that tandem bike and then only used it. And I remember laughing in edit about how little we had used it.
But it's really, I mean, it's fun to know that meant that you put Patty in the back of a tandem bicycle and you were physically biking her around. Or were you you must have been on a flatbed?
I want to say process trailer.
Okay.
Can we see it? I thought we actually did it, but
maybe we did it.
You think you actually biked with her?
I don't think we did.
Can we see?
I think it was a process trailer.
All right, hold on. I'm going to play it again.
I feel like you and I did that while Key was editing. Oh, yeah.
Oh, for break it down?
Definitely process.
Is that the only time we use it is break it down?
Oh, my God.
I think maybe.
Maybe that's why.
Also, look at how good an actor Patty Clarkson is.
Yeah, she's just loving it.
Just enjoying the day.
You're talking to the camera, and she is just wearing a bike helmet, looking up at the trees. I also like to think that part of you seducing her is you have showed up in a tandem bike, but she's still putting safety first.
Oh, you got to wear the helmet.
Yeah, because you're not wearing a helmet, but she's like, I'm going to wear a helmet.
She decided that her character was like on the straight and narrow. She was like like a suburban.
Yeah,
she was a good mom. She's just like a regular.
Yeah,
but totally into it. Like, there's no doubt on her face.
Like a little country club, I think she even said.
Yeah,
she's like a little country club.
I also like that you are not dressed for biking on this one. Like for the gym, you dress up, but for this one, you're wearing like a full suit.
This dude does not sacrifice style for comfort, ever.
Although there's one coming up that's my second, I think only one shot, where it's maybe my favorite outfit you wear in the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Which is on the tennis courts.
Oh, well, yes.
All right, so here we go. Now we're going to break it down. So this is the break it down.
Break it down. It would be my honor to be your new stepfather.
It would be my honor to be your new stepfather.
Patty's skipping.
Yeah, just another great cutaway.
I'm just going to take a second here, halfway through that. That's pinnacle Timberlake, his delivery of that line.
It would be my father.
Yeah.
It's just, it is joyful noise to me every time I hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's also, he's so good at singing, we just said the same line twice.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? You're like, oh, now I like it.
It is very much him, though. Like, right? Like, I feel like when I hear that, I'm like, only Justin.
That's what I mean. Like, there's no imitators. It is just the most Justin line, and it's so funny, and yet at the same time, deeply beautiful. And then these next two lines, this might be my favorite couplet of the entire Motherlover.
It's so dark.
Make me another brother. I'm in your mother. I'll never use a rubber.
Like, those are filthy lines.
Filthy, but also we got jam in there, which is like from the jump with Justin, we were like, Teddy's jam, that whole thing. Jam. Oh, jam.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I'm getting the word jam into this song, and we found the right spot for it.
When did he say it at the end of it? Is that when he says it?
It's in the middle.
Oh.
It's right in the middle of the run that I'm doing.
Right in the middle. Yeah.
All right, hold on.
He goes, jam.
Be another brother. I'm in your
Just a lot happened.
Explain jam.
I mean, it was a moment. It's like New Jack swing moment. There were multiple songs where jam was said a lot, is my recollection.
I feel like it was only like about a year or two. So it was a little bit of a blip, but it was a great blip.
Yeah. I mean, the band Guy had a song called Teddy's Jam.
Yeah.
Which is the main reference. And then I think probably there's a bunch more New Jack swing songs with jam in it.
So, again, I would have said I've watched this 100 times, and only today did I realize that Justin's on a picnic with Susan Sarandon. Mm-hmm. You've got, like, the nicest picnic basket behind you.
What are they reading, too? What is that?
They're reading Looking Deep, Terry Bradshaw's autobiography.
I've never noticed that.
Literally, I've never noticed it for our listeners.
Never known at all that they were reading Terry Bradshaw's book.
Looking Deep by Terry Brad. Again, if listeners don't know, nobody loves the Steelers more than me. It's like you did it as a gift to me that I only realized.
Fucking hell.
Well, you know what's nice about this is that there's a lot of foreplay. These guys aren't just like hopping in the sheets. They're fucking going on picnics, reading books out loud to each other.
Yeah, it's Mother's Day. It's got to be like meaningful and appreciative, you know?
Yeah, getting it all warmed up.
Okay, well, I don't know if you need to say it that way.
I also want to say, I think Looking Deep is Terry Bradshaw's second book.
Right.
After Man of Steel.
After Man of Steel, yeah. That's what I was going to guess, that it was Man of Steel.
Terry Bradshaw has written a lot of books, guys.
What's your favorite one? Would you say it's the Bradshaw Family Cookbook?
Probably keep it simple.
Okay.
Yeah.
You kept it simple by choosing that.
Yeah.
Weigh in the comments.
I do think the Terry Bradshaw Family Cookbook don't just overlook that.
Do you want to know my favorite?
It's only a game?
Wait, no, don't. You got to move that back up.
Wait, don't get off the page so he needs to read the title.
Yeah, my favorite. Okay. Nope, Seth, you're covering it now. Obviously, my favorite is New England Tree Fruit Management.
I think that's a different Terry Bradshaw.
Nope, that's him. That's definitely him.
By the way, I forgot I was sharing the screen, and I'm like, how's Andy getting all these?
You're telling me that your favorite Terry Bradshaw, the ex-quarterback for the Steelers, isn't New England Tree Fruit Management?
It'd be so funny.
There's a reason it's out of stock, Seth.
It'd be so funny if I then opened New England Tree Fruit Management Guide, which was listed, and it was just like, this book's Terry. I don't think Terry Bradshaw knows anything.
Zero stars.
I know. I'm in New England right now, guys, and I perked up. And the minute Andy said it, I was like, yeah, I got to get that.
It's like, I want to manage fruit in New England.
All right, here we go.
All right. Yeah, keep going.
So, like, while I'm in your mother is so disgusting. Like, the phrasing is so vile. And yet everyone, well, not everyone. Yorm's mom certainly didn't.
No, she was down.
But like we got away with it, I think.
I think you did.
Do we still? I don't know.
I also think I think that the end of the song has a lot of mom positivity.
Yeah.
in a way that makes it clear that this is this sounds crazy to say, but I was like, oh, these guys love their moms. They really do. They really do.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I,
riding the bike
I know we recorded some with you riding the bike.
All right, maybe 100% best physical gag.
The picture on the bedstand.
The picture.
I agree. It's my favorite thing in the video, maybe.
So Andy is about to get with Patty. Patty reaches over. There's a picture.
Or the characters.
Yes. There's a picture of her son on the bedstand. She flips it over.
Yeah. Like, we don't want this looking at us.
Tasteful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her face at the end.
She thinks that's bad. Ooh, you bad.
So Andy shakes a little finger after she flips over Justin, and then he puts it back up. Andy wants Justin to watch. And then Patty does give him a look like, ooh, you bad.
Yeah.
But you bad, but you good. And now we're just enjoying
But wait. I mean, this is why it's I do wish we had Kiev. I feel like maybe the idea for this shot originally was just the first half of it.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that is.
And then on set,
Yeah.
it somehow was suggested that I flip it back up.
Yeah.
And I don't remember by whom, but I do remember being like, ooh, that's significantly funnier.
it's killer.
I think that is right. Yeah.
Also, it is a real reminder that she is aware he is your friend. And also aware that you are eerily close with him to the point that you want to see a picture of him while you're having sex with his mother.
Yeah, in many ways, we're doing it for each other's moms, but we're also doing it for each other, as stated.
Yeah. Another great outfits here.
This is good stuff.
Yeah. This is you guys just dressed up. You look great.
You guys are wearing like white suits with, you're wearing a black shirt with white polka dots.
We're also in a hazed out mist. A lot of atmosphere in this one.
They blessed us both with the gift of life. She brought you in the spirit, so I saturate.
Drinking out of a fountain.
Okay. So musically, maybe my favorite moment in it is when it doubles down and hits, they blessed us both with the gift of life.
Yeah.
She brought you in this world, so I'm a sexer, right?
I love, this is the second best idea we've ever had.
Well, yeah.
I remember us being very happy to put that in, of just like, we're never going to live up to the first.
But even they, who have been nothing but white hot enthusiastic this whole song, even they know it was a better idea to put their dicks in boxes. I think they got arrested for it.
Yeah.
They're riding and dying on that being their best idea. So hardcore.
This is the second best idea that we've ever had. The choice can be no
Love this dance too.
Okay, right at the end.
Wait, this is my favorite dance of all the Dick in a Box dances.
It's Justin again, dude. Justin was like, there's got to be a new signature dance for this one.
It's
so
like
funny.
a frozen leg up in the air, and then you guys moving
Rocking
your
back and
hands
forth.
down.
He's like, it has to be so bad.
It's like sort of a robot thing, or I don't even know what to compare it to. It's fucking great.
It's really
Just,
terrible.
man, he's a funny man. It was just a great idea. So fucking whack.
I love that it's Justin, the man who spent like so many, like tens of thousands of hours choreographing and fucking doing crazy.
Tens of thousands?
Well, 10,000 hours, at least 10,000 hours. Fucking guys, professional, fucking master size. But to come up with that dance too, just to have it in his lexicon is very impressive.
What a treat.
Yeah.
I mean, forgive us. We just basically jocked ourselves for the entirety of that, but I do feel proud of it, and it was so much fun to make. And like, cannot tell you the relief we felt when it worked.
Yeah. And you knew right away.
Like to take that big of a swing, we were scared shitless, and it's still one of the moments I felt the happiest at SNL was when this aired and worked.
Yeah.
Yep.
More or less.
It was immediately iconic. And I remember Patty and Susan, I believe, were both there in the studio to watch it.
Yes.
And that was just so cool because I think we all would have been just happy to see him if they hadn't been in this.
That's right.
So to have to superstars hanging around, and then also having them be a part of this massive win for you guys was really something.
It was super fun.
And when they saw it, that was when they learned the premise of what the video was
Oh,
about.
so you hadn't told them, Yorm?
No. Are you kidding? There was no way they would have said yes.
I remember Patty came to the after party and was like partying, like smashing martinis, just a treat.
Yeah.
I don't remember if Susan did or didn't, but it was very fun. Bless their hearts. Thank you again to them.
Yeah, seriously.
Out there in the universe. It was so wonderful of them to do that with us.
Yeah. I mean, I really, and I'm not just saying it because I saw that Terry Bradshaw's second book was in it. I loved watching it today as much as I loved watching it every time.
Major Kim's video, right, guys?
Oh, and we didn't say the tennis. There's a shot of you playing tennis. One shot on a tennis court.
Right.
You're in a fantastic tennis outfit of the era. And Patty's behind you, sort of teaching you to do a forehand.
Oh, defo. We knew where our bread was getting buttered. And that outfit stinks like shit. It's so good.
Really? It does. It makes me want to see those guys skiing. Like, I'm sure they have pretty dope skiing outfits.
So I'm hoping there will be some follow-ups on this, and then Keith can also chime in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll let Keith listen to the time we spent without him, and then maybe the next time we pick it up, he can, because again, I think if this spreads over an episode, I don't think anybody's going to care.
He's going to be furious. He's going to be like, no, that is inaccurate.
Inaccurate.
So, Seth, you like to ask if this is Criterion.
I do.
Yeah.
I feel like I maybe dropped the ball on that a little bit, but come on, right now, is this Criterion?
I mean, this is the one that won.
If this isn't, I don't know what is. Yeah. I'll say that.
Definitely one of our best shorts.
God, we fucking love ourselves. This is so embarrassing.
I know.
Like, thinking about everything I've said now about positive things about myself and our work, now I feel like I hate myself.
Well, hopefully the next one stinks. Hopefully the next short you guys did stinks hard.
I'm sure it will. It's a real roller coaster working there.
Wait. Next up is Will Ferrell's season finale and My Secret Weapon cut on air.
Oh, the one that didn't air that we do kind of like, though.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
And Mugless. We're definitely going to talk about Mugless.
We'll get to talk about my deep-seated anger issues.
Do we have time to talk about the episode in general and maybe get into some Seth's Corner?
There was only one Seth's Corner. Do you want to sing real quick? Because I went back and watched it, and it wasn't my favorite, but it's interesting.
We got to talk about it.
Seth's Corner, he kind of just poo-pooed it, but he's going to talk about what he did that week. Take it away, Seth.
It was like the Pirates of the Caribbean street performers at Disney World got a new shipment of props, but it was machine guns. And then you cut to like sort of Captain Phillips Sea Pirates opening up a box of plastic swords and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there was a lot of talking. It was the like, I'm the captain now guy on the phone with FedEx trying to talk about mix-up.
Gotcha.
And then...
And how did it play, though?
Fine. Last sketch of the night. It was not a bad last sketch of the night.
Oh, okay.
Was it too dark, or like what did people?
It was like a lot of premise, and maybe the air came out of it a little bit faster than you wanted.
Oh, Justin wasn't musical guest.
He wasn't?
No, it was Sierra.
No.
But was he in one of her songs?
Yes, he was on a song with her.
Right.
Which one?
Love, Sex, Magic.
All right, that was a good one.
Mm-hmm. Introduced by Jessica Biel.
There you go.
So, is there anything else that we want to talk about from the episode, Seth?
Yeah, what do you got?
There's a Target lady.
Yep.
Which is just a treat.
And I will say that Timberlake was very good at doing the Target lady vibe.
Hey, girlfriend. So, I strained my neck. How'd you do that, girlfriend? I was pushing a washing machine up a hill when my fashion sandal got caught on a decorative yard brick. Is that not just classic?
There was a Barry Gibb. There was a Barry Gibb talk show.
Oh, yeah.
I have an opinion that's important. I don't know how it passes for matters of that faculty club with the frame degrees and your leather elbow patches.
No, I didn't mean to say
I got a degree from the streets of Melbourne, Australia. So help me God, I have a buck knife in my shoe. I will split you open like a soft-shell crab and wear your carcass like a raincoat. Wear your carcass like a raincoat.
People were very excited, I think, for the entirety of this show.
Yeah, it was a hot one. Oh, so a fun little note is Chris Pine, Leonard Nimoy, and Zach Quinto were on Update.
Another fun note, I wrote it and have no memory.
Gentlemen, I've spent many years of my life among trekkers, and they have been some of the greatest years of my life. And while it may take some time, I believe that soon they will find you, Chris, to be equal to the original Captain Kirk, and you, Zach, to be slightly less than equal to the original Spock.
Oh,
What?
one of the great cuts of all time.
We're talking McDonald's?
Michael McDonald's.
Yeah, it happened. It got cut. Did it happen twice, or this is the time that we've always been building up to?
I think this is Kev. Can you tell us?
I know we've talked about Michael McDonald's on this podcast.
I don't know, but I think this might be the first time. Oh no, this is the second time. But that's certainly
they tried it again and it got cut again.
It got cut again,
which is maybe why I have such a thorn in my foot about it.
You guys, I have it because I asked Yonks for it so I could play it for you guys if you want to see it.
Do you have it right now?
I do have it right now.
Okay, share screen and let's just watch it.
Hi, I'm singer-songwriter Michael McDonald. That's right, it's me. You know, what a fool believes is that you can't find delicious hamburgers for a reasonable price. But I'm no fool. That's why I opened my own fast food restaurant. Guess what it's called? McDonald's. The food is fast. The prices are fantastic. But recently it was brought to my attention that there's already a fast food restaurant called McDonald's. In fact, my friends were pretty shocked that I'd never heard of it. But hey, my last name is McDonald, so legally I'm in the clear. Or so I thought. The never-ending lawsuits. Please stop pressing charges. I'm currently in the middle of a costly court case with the other McDonald's. They're a pretty large corporation, and these legal fees are really doing a number on my bank account. That's right. My life is a nightmare. We also have chicken nuggets.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay. So it has some gullies.
It has some gullies.
Yeah.
It has some gullies, but I remember it so well.
For how much I love it, you watch it and you kind of say, yeah, I get why we didn't do it.
I get why we didn't.
That being said, watching it again also made me happy all over again because I love it so much.
I love it so much.
But on a really hot show where everything's killing and there's no downbeats, you can see how it needed a little bit more work.
Well, the problem, and again, you said it needed more work, and it should be noted, it's been like 18 months since they tried it once, and they definitely didn't write a single new line.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. Now, who's that? Colin Jost?
That's Colin Jost. But Colin Jost, I do remember, we've talked about this, like we pitched lines about what Michael McDonald could sing about the legal trouble he was in due to the fact that he opened a hamburger restaurant called Michael McDonald's, and it's the hardest Emily Spivey ever laughed in her life. And we printed them all out. We printed them all out and framed it for her on our last show.
Oh, that's
literally every joke we pitched. But yeah, like it's such a dense premise that Michael McDonald opened his own McDonald's, and then most of the lines are about how he's in just deep legal trouble.
But like, it's very funny, but the actual leading like detail of the piece is that Justin sounds fucking exactly like him and incredible. So it's also that SNL thing of like, when someone can sing so well and the impression is so on point, it takes it to another dimension.
Yes, but I also feel like it's almost so good that people are like, wait, what? Like they just want to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And like the premise is like too much for them.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Also, maybe just that audience doesn't know Michael McDonald the same way a lot of other people. You know what I mean? Like when Ariana Grande is doing Celine Dion or Bruno Mars is doing that sketch where he's like playing all the different pop songs and stuff and sounds exactly like them. I think everyone knows every reference because it's like right down the middle of this moment stuff. I mean, I guess Celine Dion. I don't know. I can't speak to that. But
Celine Dion had just been in an NFL ad when she did that. So it made
Super Bowl, no less.
Yeah, right.
Which actually says, I don't know if you know this, is quite high viewership.
The Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, that's good for them.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all right.
That's me making that noise.
They put the time in, though, you know, for the Super Bowl.
Some of the ads can cost tens of thousands of dollars on them.
Seth Lee, I like your readers.
Thank you, bud. I'm feeling pretty good about my readers.
Yeah. What else?
All right, you guys. Well, congratulations anew on the work you did on Motherlover. It really is a triumph all these years later.
Thank you, Seth Lee.
Yes.
And I love you.
And I love you. And a happy 4th to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love Keeve.
Yep.
I hope when Keeve listens to this, he knows how much we love him.
Keeve, we love you.
Keeve, we're talking to you.
You know, this was about one that everybody remembers, but I think the next episode is going to be really special because it's about one that nobody knows anything about.
Ooh, I love that tease.
Oh, yeah, that will be fun.
I love that too. All right. Bye, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Have fun with your families. Love to everybody.
Later, Quades.